Hi, I'm Big Joe the Storyteller. Here's some storytelling tips for parents and educators. As a parent or educator, reading books and telling stories to your children is one of the most important things you can do to help their early development. Reading is a great way to improve language skills, comprehension, and imaginative thought. And being such an important activity, you want to make sure your children get the most out of it. One great way to enhance the experience is to use your voice. When people tell stories or read books, sometimes they tend to do a flat read, where they just read the words the way they are written. If you want your children to be immersed in the story, you need to use your voice to set the mood of the story, to bring characters to life, and to give them details so that way they can imagine what's going on in the story. Now, you don't need to be a voiceover artist or a professional storyteller like me. All you really need to do is vary your voice in volume and tone to give the story some life and some fun. For example, you can say, "The giant stomped into town and said, 'I'm an angry giant.' But if you change the volume of your voice, you can say, 'The giant stomped into town, boom, 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 and he said, 'I'm an angry giant.'" The tone of your voice is important as well to set the mood of the story. When I tell spooky stories, nothing's really that spooky. It's just the tone of my voice that makes it sound spooky. For example, you can say, "He walked down the hall, and at the end of the hall, there was a door." Or you can say, "He walked down the hall, and at the end of the hall, there was a door." It doesn't take much, but if you give life to your stories using your voice, your kids will get a lot more out of it, and they will enjoy the magic of stories.